Welcome to Kikiriki Talks.
Bonjour.
Kamarjoba.
Kikiriki Talks. Let's kiki about Kikiriki.
Welcome to Kikiriki Talks episode 6. I'm Anna.
And I'm Caroline. And today we are also extra special guests to continue on the topic of holidays. So please welcome Khadija from Morocco.
Hello, Khadija.
Hi.
So, as you know and remember, last episode we talked about how we celebrate Christmas, New Year's and Easter in Georgia and France. But Morocco has a whole new set of holidays. Now Khadija will tell us a bit about her holidays.
Do you have any holiday that can compare to those three occasions?
Well, for Christmas, we have one kind of holiday that is kind of the same. It's Eid al-Mawlid, which is to celebrate the day of the birth of the Prophet, and it's not taken seriously as the other religious holidays. But yeah, in that day, also kids get presents and they wear new clothes, and it is actually like a holiday. So people don't work in that day, they visit family, but it's not like in the same level as the other.
And when is it? Does it change?
Yeah, it changes during the year.
Okay, so please explain to us this whole calendar situation, because I also had to explain some dates that are different. So
in Morocco, basically there are three kind of years. The first one is the one that everyone uses, like even here, and the second one is the year of the Amazigh year, which is now is like 3,000 and some years. And then the other year, that is the Islamic Year. And in this year, it's only symbolic. It has some specific days, but it is related to religion. So we do not use it like officially. But it is only used for some symbolically and for to indicate some special dates. And for example, this one for the Eid al-Mawlid, the holiday, it has a specific date, but in this Islamic year, but it is going around the normal year. Which, like if we celebrated, for example, this year at this time, maybe in 4 years we will celebrate it in summer, maybe in August, and so on. Yeah.
Oh, so it's same but changes for the regular one?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. So that is the only kind of holiday that is kind of similar to our holidays?
Yeah.
New Year's, maybe?
Yeah, for the New Year's, we have something we call it Nair. It is taken from the name Yanair, which means January. And in this date, we kind of also use eggs, which is for me kind of similar to Easter. We make like a specific dish, and then we use the boiled eggs as decoration. And also some candies and stuff might also be served.
Okay, and it's just like white eggs? You don't paint them or anything?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, but they use different type of eggs, like just only one type, so you can see the difference.
And what's the main dish?
How is it? Describe it.
Is it sweet or savour?
No, it's not sweet, but the main ingredient is chicken, and then we made the kind of strips, and then we shred it with hands to small pieces, and then put it around the chicken, and then use the sauce in the top of it. Yeah.
What else? What are some of most unique holidays you have? Maybe it's only specific to Morocco, or it's just like a general holiday?
We have two others, but they are religious holidays. And one of them is, well, now, as you know, it's Ramadan. So the first day after Ramadan is a holiday. It's called Eid al-Fitr. And in this day, it's the first day which you start eating normally. You do not fast anymore. And it's also the day where kids wear new clothes. It's always like the kids' holidays, because the more you grow up, the more you are like, okay, I'm not getting new clothes, I'm not getting money, I'm not getting anything, I'm just meeting with family members, and that's it. But kids, you can see how happy they are. In that day also we meet family. Usually we have breakfast all together, and maybe also lunch, and that's it. Like after lunch, it becomes the most boring time in your whole life because you have nothing to do. You have nothing to wait for. Like in Ramadan, you are waiting for iftar, which is the dinner. But then in that day, you are not waiting for anything, and you are just sitting there. Everything else outside is closed. You cannot go out because basically everyone is with their family. And yeah, you are just like wondering, why do you exist?
Oh my God. Well, I would love to know more about Ramadan in general.
Ramadan is 1 month in the Islamic year. And in this month, Muslims fast from sunrise till the sunset. And these times are determined by the prayers. So in each time, there's a specific call of prayer, and that's which means the first one means you have to stop drinking and eating, and the last one means you can start now eating. And its symbolic idea is that you have to feel the poor who do not have food to eat, and it's not always about just feeling it, but also you have to think about them. So how can you help? For example, now in Morocco, many influencers, social media influencers, they are using their fame to gather money or any kind of help for people who cannot afford like everyday meals. It's also kind of, you are doing it for God. So when you stop eating, it's like one step toward approaching God somehow.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And what's the logistics? Like, do people like sleep in the day? Are the working hours like changed?
Well, the working hours are a bit shorter. Also schools, like usually they are studying sometimes 8 hours, sometimes 6 hours, something like this. But during Ramadan, it's only 6, from 9 till 3.
That's still a lot.
Yeah.
And also like for people who are working, it's exactly the same. So it can be hard for especially people who are living alone or who has family, kids. They can go back from work so tired, and then they have to prepare everything.
And how old the kids start doing it?
In the start of puberty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it differs from one to another.
Okay, so there is not a specific age. It depends on... Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe also like parents is making a decision to...
For boys, yeah.
Why? Because the puberty is not as obvious?
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Oh.
And also sometimes even if girls like physically are in the puberty, but you can still see that she's still young. So some parents are just consulting doctors. And if he or she told them that they cannot fast, so they cannot force them. Yeah.
So for the kids, it's great. Like they don't fast and they have gifts at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why she's pissed now.
Yeah. The more you grow up, the more you are not getting anything. And yeah, when we were kids, we usually older members of family give the money to kids. And you are just like collecting. And at the end of the day, you are comparing that to your friends and somehow bragging like, oh, look how much I got. But you never see that money ever again because mothers tend to tell you like, I can collect this money for you. I can hide it. I can buy you a toy after that. Well, they just don't want you to spend it all on candies and stuffs. And but you never see that money ever again.
Well, any special dish for Ramadan or for the like last day?
Oh, we have a saying. We say that in the first day of Ramadan, the table is like full, and maybe you need another table to put other dishes in. But in the last day, you are just having cafe, soup, and some bread. Like people are just tired of cooking, so they are just like.
Do you get used to it, like at the end of the process?
Yeah.
Like, are you less hungry during the day?
Yeah, exactly. Well, like for me, always the first days were tougher, but and in the last days, your body gets used to it, but you mentally kind of feel tired of it. You just want to go back to normal life. And there is also another holiday. It's called Eid al-Adha, which means like the sacrificing holiday. It is basically for the honor of one of the prophets. His name was Ibrahim. That he got a dream that like God told him to sacrifice his son.
Yeah, we have the same in Christian, you know.
You have the same?
Yeah. Abraham.
Well, yeah, that.
It's exactly that.
Yeah.
So when in his willingness to do it, was he rewarded by God with something? Is it the same story?
God told him to not do it because he got the proof that he was actually gonna do it. So
yeah, he was like this, and God was like, no, stop.
I tried you.
I believe you. Yeah. Is it the same?
But the reward, is there a reward in the Bible?
Remember.
I don't.
Well, the story in Islam is that he told him stop, and then he gave him a sheep.
Oh yeah. He did. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's now like the continuous of that. It's like celebration of that day. So yeah, we also do that. We sacrifice a sheep in that in that day, and it's basically like 1 month, 2 months, I think, after Ramadan. And it is also the same thing for Eid al-Fitr. We also meet family, kids get new clothes, get money for nothing. Yeah, well, for me, I get too much work at home to do.
And is this like new clothes thing just like symbolic for just new beginning, or?
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
And it's always close.
Yeah, mainly it's always closed.
What else? Maybe specific for Morocco?
We have Ashura, which is the same. It also has something from Easter. It's like when they gather, they make a fire or something like this. So also kids do it in suburbs. Not, of course, they are not allowed to do it in cities. And but it's not an official holiday. Like you do not get one day for it or anything.
Yeah, but if it's traditional, we would love to know more.
Yeah, it is traditional. In that day, well, it's not now. It's fading away. Like people do not really care about these things anymore. But when I was a kid, I still remember that in that day, your mom have to brush your hair, and the hair that falls off, you take it, and when that fire is like very very big and the flames are very long, you have to throw that hair inside so your hair will get that tall.
Oh.
So this is it was something like this.
Yeah, maybe it's more like a pagan thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we have those like fires too during Easter.
Do you do specific stuff for New Year's Eve?
Well, now young people are doing the same thing as everybody else. They are making parties or just going to some bar or nightclub. And I mean, when life was normal, not with Corona. For ladies, I think, well, it's not anymore. As I told you, many traditions are just fading away now. People not doing it anymore. But when I was a kid, I remember that my mom, my grandmother, and my great grandmother made this dish that I told you about. Yeah, and they call it nayer. So we just gather and make this food, and then the whole family comes and they have like one meal all together. And it's also like an occasion to gather and gossip.
Gossip. And do you have like another new year for the calendar, other calendar?
Yeah, but well, every year is specific for its people. So, for example, the Amazigh year, Amazigh people celebrate the actual one that everyone use. Like this one, everyone's celebrated. And for the Islamic one, there isn't like anything specific to celebrate it, but yeah, we get one day off. Well, some people just read Quran, or that day they honor the Hijra by reading Quran, or just play it at home. So my dad also sometimes did it. He played it even sometimes loudly, which is you have to listen all the day.
To your dad singing?
No, it's in a radio or TV.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh, so the first day of calendar is starting from Hijra.
Yeah, for the
Okay, so that's a New Year's Day. Okay. Now I get it. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for answering our question and giving us a larger horizon of holiday in the world.
Thank you for hosting me.
Thank you, Khadija.
Thank you, Khadija. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to us again. Don't forget to subscribe and like our video and follow us on social media. Everything will be in the description down below.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Khadija,
Thank
again.
you, Khadija, for enlightening us on the Moroccan holidays.
Bye.